Thanks so much for your time. I am Pius Kojobaka. A look now at our stories. Government says it is working to stabilize the country's power situation and supply challenges. Now, there are fears that the country could get into the area of serious power challenges, popularly known as dumsor, due to recent debt payment issues with independent power producers. And the Deputy Minister of Energy, Collins Adumaku Mensah, has been speaking to Joy Business.
Some improvements in the efficiency with the collections, and I'm sure even this particular facility that we just signed, there's a very huge component of it that has to do with procuring smart meters, the IT systems, help improve the whole management system of ECG, all in a bid to ensure efficiency with collections in order to help us reduce the commercial losses.
Honorable, finally, I want to ask you, what is the state of our power situation in Ghana as we speak? I knew that there were issues at the Ghana gas that is being worked on and all the rest. As we speak right now, Honorable, what is the situation as we speak right now in terms of distribution and supply?
Well, what is important is that I'm sure you've not received a call from your wife that your light has gone off.
Not yet. Sure.
Yes. So that should tell you that yes, we are working very hard to ensure that at least we keep the light on. And clearly, there's been a very vast improvement with our light situation. Beginning of the year, we had some challenges, but I think for the past 5 to 6 months, I think we can all attest to the fact that there's been an improvement in the light situation.
So is the worst over? We should still keep our fingers crossed.
Well, I'm not the one to tell you whether it is over or not. You should tell me. And I asked. I mean, I'm here with you in Washington. I'm not sure your wife has called you that your light has gone off. Once your lights are on, you should know that people are working.
Well, he also revealed that world government is also embarking on massive restructuring of the operations of the ECG. Now, the exercise is targeting the revenue mobilization challenges and losses faced by the company, as well as supply challenges.
So for you, Honorable, what does this agreement mean to you?
Well, it's quite significant. It's been close to about 3-4 years since it started. Unfortunately, in 2022, as the director said, we had some financial issues, so the focus shifted to stabilizing the economy. I'm excited because of the component of this particular facility. One is to improve efficiency within the operations of ECG to help reduce losses, commercial losses within ECG. And then the grant component that has to do with clean cooking, which has an objective to help us with our energy, renewable whole process within Ghana. So I'm excited about it.
What do you make of the minister's charge about the cash waterfall issue? What are you doing about it? It's been a problem in recent times.
Well,
what is the ministry doing about it?
Yes, I think the minister hit the nail right on its head. It's been a concern to us, also at the Ministry of Energy. Fortunately, we are taking bold steps to have some restructuring within the ECG setup. I'm sure you've seen the recent announcement of a new acting managing director within the setup.
Who's around, actually?
There's a new board that has been set up. I think all these are processes that are being triggered to ensure that we have a new direction for ECG. My understanding is that there's been some significant improvement in the whole collection of the cash water for this month. An announcement, I believe.
Collins Adumaku Mensah is the Deputy Minister of Energy, having that interaction with my colleague George Wiafe in Washington, D.C. Thankfully, we've been joined by an energy expert, of course, to speak to us on this matter and the challenges raised by the Deputy Minister going forward. But Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, I'm told, has joined us via Zoom for some quick conversation. Thanks so much, Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, for joining us on Business Live. And this is the assurance coming from the Deputy Minister of Energy that government is working to stabilize the country's power situation and supply challenges despite debt payment issues. Do you believe that?
Yeah, so thank you very much, Pius, and good evening to you and your cherished listeners and viewers. So I think the end will justify the means, or the evidence will speak for itself. it will left to the populace to check their power situation. Of course, within this past couple of weeks or months, I think we've been having erratic power supply, and we all knew where it is coming from. And it's good that I think George asked him directly that particular question about cash waterfall mechanism, because I've always mentioned that has been one of the problems that caused where we are. I mean, the kind of erratic power supply that we have. Because there's one thing not collecting much more money, but there's another problem collecting whatever you collect, but the key players within the value chain are complaining that they don't get what is required for them to get. So if they allow the cash waterfall mechanism to work and work efficiently, for instance, the current problem that we have here, we all knew is coming from Asogli, and Asogli is a huge player to work with. To reckon with. Once Asogli take off power, take off their supply, we're going to knock off about 500 megabytes minimum from the grid. And of course, if you don't have up to 500 or even up to 200 off the grid, we're going to have load shedding and a kind of power rationing. And that's actually why we have it now. And the reason why they are taking those steps is to squeeze government to do the right thing, just to come and be in line with the cash waterfall mechanism. So that's a quick win. If you do that, I think it will help a lot. Then the other aspect is to increase the efficiency, which they've mentioned. And ECG has always been the cash conduit for the entire chain, the distribution, the transmission, and then the generation. If ECG is not doing well, I think all the other chains are going to be impacted. So yes, efficiency is key, and once we're able to solve the efficiency issue and improve the rate at which cash flow within the value stream, I think most of these things that we're going to, these are short-term measures. Long-term measures, we have to actually look at other means of increasing the generation mix and other generation capacity to be able to beef up Pius. All
right, so Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, how best can this be addressed? Is entering into another restructuring negotiations, for instance, with the IPPs, the panacea to solving this crisis?
Yeah, so yes, they have to do that in good faith. I noticed we had a kind of blame game here where the government is blaming the IPPs. In any case, not all the IPPs. Out of the 7 IPPs, we were told some time ago that successive debt restructuring was done with 5 of them. And that was the problem that I had, why we couldn't have all of them encapsulated into the debt structuring from the beginning. I believe some of the terms and conditions were not favorable for some of the IPPs, especially with Asogli. So what I would urge is that they should go forward, renegotiate, and make sure that Asogli come on board as soon as possible, because that's the panacea, at least, to have a stable power supply. If we can negotiate, get them on board, have a kind of workable formula, that would be a win-win, because they are commercial guys. They are, what we call private players, So we need to be able to meet their terms halfway, so that they may not be able to put up the power that we have now. Other than that, if you don't negotiate in good faith, I think it's going to be very difficult. Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you so much, Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, for joining us on Business Live. We appreciate your thoughts there. Now, the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana, COPEC, is predicting a 2.3% reduction in prices of petroleum products at the pumps from tomorrow, November 1. The following report has more.
According to COPEC, the price of petrol is projected to reduce by 2.3% to 13 cedis 82 pesos per litre, while diesel will go down to 14 cedis on the average at the pumps. A kilogram of LPG will be sold for 17 cedis 96 pesos. COPEC explained that the reason for the reduction is due to a decrease in global crude price by 3.2% from $77.1 a barrel to $74.6 a barrel, while the cedi continues to depreciate relative to the dollar from an average rate of 1.3%.
Let's analyze this projection further. Joining us now is the Executive Secretary of COPEC, Duncan Amoah. He joins us via phone. Thanks so much, Duncan, and good to see you. Now, what is informing your prediction you are making now?
You have prices of finished products having declined. So petrol has seen some 1.86%. Diesel has done about 3.79%. LPG has done almost 0.89% over the period. So if you have the commodity itself going down by some of these percentages, then there's a higher possibility that the market will gravitate towards a reduction. The only disturbing news we are picking now is that the importers, the exchange rates currently being applied might end up wiping whatever reductions that you and I may be getting. If you go through our release, which of course we did also pick with the NPA, you are doing an exchange of forex of 16.19, which is about 16.2. But what I've just seen with keyboard analysis is pointing to a quotation of some 16.6 at FX for today, and then some 16.9. That is if you are doing spot price and 16.6. If you are doing forward rates, that's about 16.89. So if that should apply by close of tomorrow, whatever reductions that international benchmark could have given you and I could end up being wiped simply by the forex distortions that we are recording today.
I see. So I was about asking the sustainability of this very projection you're making, especially as we go into the first pricing window and subsequently the second pricing window. But why aren't we seeing a drop in prices when it comes to LPG, as is in the case of Ivory Coast, for instance? What could be accounting for that?
What you have on LPG in country, relative to what the Ivorians would have, where LPG is treated as a transition product that would need to be embraced by all in order to save the environment. So for them, to apply a subsidy is okay for them. I don't think Ghanaians have requested for subsidy. What if you go through with the LPG marketers and other industry analysts, what most have been asking for all the while has simply been a reduction in the level of taxes to ensure that at least you bring down LPG prices. Again, there's also the discussion of the CRM and the margins that it has also brought onto LPG pricing. That may have to be reviewed effective going forward because, like I indicated, the price is already high and that becomes quite prohibitive for the broader masses who may want to switch to LPG either for domestic or, industrial or commercial activity. So something ought to be done, and that's why I think the Ivorian case study is something worthwhile we may need to consider, though I would personally not subscribe to a subsidy knowing very well that the government will come back to you and I to pay for it in taxes another day. The level of taxes we have now, we could review them downward. We could also find some ingenious ways to ensure that whatever gas we pick from Atuabo or even import in country, we find a certain X factor that brings down prices to make it affordable to the consuming public. At the current rate you find it, a lot of people would rather spend their 10 cities, 20 cities buying charcoal that they think could last them a week than going for LPG when they can't fill their bottles.
And that defeats our quest to, increase our penetration when it comes to LPG consumption, right?
Of course, you would need to have a certain price effect to be able to attract those outside the LPG consumption net. If you make the price so high and the person calculates that a bottle to fill would have to cost them 250 Ghana cedis, 260 Ghana cedis, when they need just about 20 cedis to buy charcoal to be able to, do their domestic stuff. Most people will go for the 20 Ghana, every now and then, knowing that they will be saving money. So the price sensitivity is linked intricately to the LPG penetration that the government of Ghana is seeking by 2030. Without being sensitive on these prices, I think we should forget about LPG penetration being enhanced.
All right.
Simply.
Thank you so much, Duncan Amwa. We appreciate your thoughts this very moment, speaking to us on Business Live. You're still watching Business Live. We have more stories for you after this break. Please do stay. Welcome back to Business Live. It's day 2 of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair at the Accra International Conference Center, and exhibitors are raining mouth-watering deals for patrons who visit their stands. My colleague Winston Taki has more.
Today, I'm at the stall of ABS Glazing Limited, one of the companies who are at the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair, telling us what they are into. Make sure you pass through. But before we delve deeper into that conversation, when we talk about glass glazing, they are the best in the country. But I'm not the one to speak about them. They themselves will tell you what they offer, the discount that is in store for you. But let me welcome Mr. Daniel to give us more insights on their products and services. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you too?
I'm doing great as well.
Very well.
I saw how smooth the glass was. Tell us, what are you into, the kind of product you offer?
Thank you very much. My name is Daniel Bwachowusu, ABS Glazing Limited. We offer UPVC windows and aluminum doors and curtain wall as well. As you can see, you see how the doors slide very smoothly. This is a 3-bay sliding door. When you have a bigger opening, we just do it to your maximum point. So you open it smoothly and you enter. That's fine.
That's a very smooth door there. I can see some other stuff behind us there. Do you do these ones too as well?
All these are done by ABS Glazing. This is a partition casement windows and doors with the Georgian bars. We have the crosses, we have the diamond design, we have the normal crosses, we have the grey laminate profile as well. Whether you want a tilt or side hang, prefer.
Show us that one, let's see.
So this is a top hang windows. This is a side hang windows. Or dark grey laminated. Yes.
All right, so I'm talking to Mr. Daniel. He's taking us through the products. We want to understand what they are into. And one very important thing is about security. How secured in terms of quality are your windows?
Very good question. For UPVC windows, we can assure you of most security as well. We've got the multiple lock system for the windows as well. You can even see these are the locks throughout from top to the down. So once you get the PVC windows, you are much secured for your windows.
I can see these are hard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very secure locks. And it's more airtight compared to normal aluminum windows. Yes. Perfect.
These are very strong ones. I can already tell by the quality.
It's not only PVC that you see, they are all reinforced with galvanized metal as well. Okay. So there's metal running through the profile, make it more solid. Yeah.
So what building structure mostly get this kind of service? Is it customized or how does it go by?
What happens is we give us a call, we come to your site, we take your measurements, then we give you an estimate, then we work through your estimate based on your sizes as well. Yeah.
Who are mostly your target market, especially the companies you deal with?
Everyone is our target, from real estate developers, individuals, churches, corporate bodies. Everyone is our target. Yes, please. Yeah.
All right. So people are coming through today at the EcoBank Habitat Fair, and I say everyone needs a window. That is the tagline. That's a very catchy one, of course. Yes. So what should they be expecting in terms of offers?
You should expect so much more because this is our 25th anniversary. And we are celebrating our 25 years, and we are the pioneers in UPVC windows. So we've given out a discount from 25% off your 11 windows or more. So we are asking everybody to come to our stand, and you get more deals this fair.
You know, so far, speaking to all the businesses here, this is the highest discount I've had so far. 25% discount.
Off your 11 window and more. Yes. Okay. 25% discount.
So,
yeah.
Apart from the 25% discount, what other advisory services are available?
We give so many advice to our clients, especially when you are starting your building. We talk to you from foundation to the roofing level because there's certain things that people don't know about windows. So when they come to us, we give them more education about windows and from fabrication to installation. So that's the best service that we give to our clients. Yeah.
So, as you can see, I'm just speaking to Mr. Daniel. He's taking us through some of the products and services that they provide for consumers. We are going into their store. They've set up a very nice place. Already, I can see the 25 years here through the window over here. So, Mr. Daniel, take us through. Let's see. So, do you also do these doors as well?
We do everything here. Everything that you see here is made by ABS Glazing Limited. Yes, so we are located on the Spinters Road. That's where our factory is, on the Spinters Road near Papaya. You can also contact us on 0244 284-0122 or 0277 51 94 97. That's our contact line.
Are you available across all the social media handles?
Yeah, on Instagram and absglazing_.com. Yes, please.
So people are watching us the next few days. You'll be here. What should they be expecting from you?
So much more. As I said earlier on, this is our 25th anniversary. So we expect everybody to come to our store and we get so much goodies from ABS Glazing. As I said, we are giving out 25% discount from our 11th window and more. So everyone should come to our store and have something better from now to Saturday. Yeah. From now to Saturday.
So, Mr. Daniel, take the lead as I follow you. So, I will not say much, but make sure you come through the EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair happening at Accra International Conference Center. It's not a wrap, but there's a break, but make sure you pass through. Whilst I close the ABS doors and windows, as you can see, quality added best here at the EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair happening at Accra International Conference Center. My name is Winston Taki. Not bye-bye for now, but just a break.
Indeed, Winston Taki, we shall be at the Accra International Conference Center for the EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair, which of course is currently underway and run until November 2. Do make a date and join the EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair. We say, get a house, make it a home. That's it for the bulletin. I am Pius Kojo Baka. We have more stories for you when you log on to myjoyonline.com/business. There you go.